Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week where we celebrate the slow death of Western civilization through funny memes. I am your never anymore humble host, Eric Sizemore, joined by my beautiful co-host, Andrew Teedy.
Hello.
Tyler Cox.
Hello.
And quiet Michael Lepude.
Eric was never humble.
And we're going to have some funny memes for you. But first, a trademark, patented, copyrighted, essential part of every single episode of Facebook for the Blind. Of course, I mean the depressing news. Because, you know, we like to set a baseline and then bring you up from there. It's a little easier. As we are going to press, the Colorado Supreme Court has disqualified Trump from the 2024 ballot. Pauses the ruling to allow for appeal. But this one's going to go all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has a tendency of saying, you guys all got to, vote by one rule. So if he's disqualified there, he's disqualified everywhere. So maybe... Checking in around the world with the global conflict checker. Of course, the Middle East is still on fire. Palestine is in massive conflict. Terrible things happening. Lebanon is destabilized, and the war in Ukraine has gone into its 23rd, 24th month. I have lost track. It is a horrible tragedy. I thought the greatest story that we were going to have this week was the Asheville, North Carolina plane that made a forced landing on Interstate 26 in North Carolina was on fire, and cars were just driving by. Like, there you go. There's a crashed on fire plane. But no, all kinds of crazy stuff just kept happening. Stuff wouldn't stop happening. Last week, we told you about a Trump expert witness who was paid nearly $900,000 for testimony in the fraud case. And we were joking about how it would affect his testimony. Well, this week, the judge agreed. The Manhattan Supreme Court Judge Arthur Engeron wrote that the only thing that Bartov's testimony proves is that for $1 million or so, some experts will say whatever you want them to say. So, heard it here first. Meanwhile, Rudy's lawyer got a haircut that was... what the hell with that haircut? It's a skullet. Business in front, skinhead in back. Yeah.
Okay, hot take. I like it.
Rudy Giuliani's jury was told to come back with a fine, and they were given a baseline number of $48 million. They came back with a ruling for a definitive $148 million.
Yeah!
Which he will appeal. I double-checked. His net worth is about $43 million. So...
Did you hear they're taking him back to court as well because he keeps talking shit about them?
Oh, yeah. No, they just filed another defamation case today. Because he talked shit outside the courthouse at his sentencing hearing.
Oh, the audacity.
America's dumbest former mayor.
Does he kind of look like Jim Belushi behind this skullet guy?
Oof. Yeah, a little bit.
Slightly.
Well, that's true. All right. Burn through a lot of other depressing news. Oh, Capitol Hill stunner 2023 led to the fewest laws in decades.
And for this, by the way, we don't need a whole bunch more laws.
Okay, but honestly, these guys, look at this chart. Okay, back in the day, you had them doing over 500 bills, in the 106 Congress. This is the lowest number of laws passed since 1951, and that's just because that's how far the database goes back. But they didn't really do anything. Apparently, they maybe passed 8 laws. And Little Miss local everything, federal nothing. One of the few things they did, they overturned a local crime law in Washington, D.C. Remember when the Congress that famously, get the government out of my back pocket, Congress, they said, yeah, they went and overturned the local crime law in Washington, D.C. Absolutely astounding. So, meanwhile, what everybody's talking about is that Senate room sex video. What we know, what we don't here in Newsweek. And let me tell you what, I skimmed through this, and you will learn more from George Cruikshank. That's right, grand founding zaddy of the show, Facebook for Blind. who sent us this clip here from Jesse Kim. Leaked sex tape showing U.S. Senator staff are getting fucked up the ass in the Senate hearing room on Capitol Hill. And this one, which, clearly shows, Tammy Westfall says, when you insist the bottom hosts. Honestly, go back and look at Newsweek. You learned more from George's photos. You did, right there. That's all. There you go. And all I know is that some high school is going to get their intern back, which is sad.
I don't know. I don't know what this says about my timeline, but I knew about this the second it dropped. Like, I'm not kidding. I knew about this so fast.
We are all friends with George. Okay,
George was late. George was late to this party. I was on Twitter, and I was like, I think these guys were still cleaning up. Like, I'm serious. This hit so fast.
Well, there we go. That's what we're all talking about.
It was trending immediately. I mean,
yeah. Well, I think it's because in comparison, nobody and nothing else got done. That's what I'm saying.
He is the only thing that got done in the Capitol.
That's it. And when it comes to anything happening in the Congress, you're like, picks or it didn't happen. That's what you got to do. The Daily Kos reports that crime is down. Bidenomics is working. The Tuesday Good News Roundup. I didn't know that they had a Good News Roundup, but, in deference to the season, I skimmed through it and, a few things. Yeah, it turns out violent crime is down tremendously. As a matter of fact, it looks like violent crime may be down at the greatest rate of going down that it's ever gone down since they started recording people going down. The change in select types of criminal offenses, homicide dropped 10%. Which apparently in America is a huge deal. Gun assaults went down 5.6%. Non-residential burglary. Here's a fun one, too. The motor vehicle theft went up 33.5%. And you're like, wow, that's really weird. Yeah, they tied it back to a trend on TikTok showing kids how to hijack Kias.
Oh, no.
How to hack the electronic key fob on a Kia. So a lot of Kias got taken out for joyrides because of TikTok. So it's the Chinese's fault if you watch Fox. That's how they tie it all back. But the Council on Criminal Justice did an interesting take. Did violent crime go up or down last year? Yes, it did. Yep, deal with it, people. Ambiguity. That's welcome to my life. This is what happens. Now, there are other scientists who come out and they like to smooth things out. And this was a fascinating image that I found out. If you smooth out the crime rate in the United States, it turns out that there are certain regions, not liberal cities or red states or any of this crap, but this weird, overall nation smoothed crude rate. And you could actually see deaths, like violent deaths and stuff. And it turns out here in the Midlands, no, I'm sorry, I guess we're not the Midlands. Well, let me show you the greatest one here. It's definitely the First Nations, 27.6 violent incidents per 100,000. That's the biggest, huge red segment of Alaska. Super dangerous. Second most dangerous, Deep South, with New France, which is basically Louisiana, southern Louisiana, 19.8 per 100,000. Best place to live, Hawaii, Greater Polynesia, 3.5. New Netherlands, 3.8. And here, I'll tell you what almost pissed me off is that they lumped us into Greater Appalachia, TD. Tyler. Greater.
No.
Yeah, part of New Mexico is in that. What the fuck?
I think. Oh yeah, I guess you guys are in Chambana, huh?
Yeah. You're up there in Yankeedom, Labune, with a 8.
Yeah, but you guys are really close to the Midlands. Like I would need to see this a little more clearly to be sure they have you in Greater Appalachia.
Yeah. Well, it's Greater Appalachia. We're definitely in Greater Appalachia. I feel it.
Damn.
Yeah. It's sad. And did you notice, that's what we disagreed with? Not that there was a ton of violence in New Orleans or Alaska. Next time you hear though about crime-ridden cities or whatever, you want to know where the crime is? Alaska. That's where you want to be.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's so few people there that if you kill 3 people,
right?
What you've done to the murderer.
Yeah, that's a huge murder spree.
Yeah,
that's just that's just one family reunion gone bad.
There you go.
Right.
I know. And so, all right, well then I think you'll all agree that since they've lumped us in with Indiana and West Virginia and Kentucky,
Gross.
Illinois looks pretty good at 13.5. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Also, where does Tidewater and Midland stop? It looks like it's the same thing.
I can't really tell. I really can't tell. It's too
Okay.
whatever. Read the paper here. The paper's here. I'll link it in the YouTube comments.
Okay.
But yeah, I was looking up like, hey, where's a shithole? Where's a shithole state? Anyway, came across this. That was fun. But overall, crime is mostly down in a lot of different ways. Murder's down. It's an interesting thing. And of course, as you may or may not know, the biggest crime in America is wage theft. Did you know that? Had you heard that? Yeah, so it's actually employers stealing billions. And check this out. In good news, wage theft recovery for Denver workers hit an all-time high in 2023. $2 million returned to Denver workers. Just one city doing some enforcement of unpaid wages, unpaid overtime, being worked off the clock, harassment, intimidation, all the different, but different kinds of wage theft. And look at this, from a low of like 84 grand to 2 million. So yay, Denver. Friend of the show, Jason Brown, wrote a nice little article in Smile Politely about Shambana's classic Sarge, The Glass Intact, at 25 years old. Played one of their cuts, Dear Josie, on the show. What'd you guys think? Did you like that one? Little chick punk rock from 25 years ago? Do you know there was a Townie connection? Nobody cares. Cool. Moving on. Back in the day, I used to actually throw Christmas parties for comedians. I remember one time I was at the store getting supplies, and Mo, friend of the show, Mo, sent me this picture of her and a couple comics on my couch saying, hey, we're at your house. You want to come over, have a party? So, you're like, Eric, you're always late. And it's like, yes, even to my own parties, deal with it. That's the way it is. A friend of the show, Kathy Brennan's stellar rise in local comedy has led her to the Laugh Factory. How fun is that? Laugh Factory Chicago on the stage. Our little girls all grown up. She's all grown up doing Laugh Factory. Did you guys see that the Bidens posted a Christmas video, little Christmas video with dancers dancing around and with Christmas trees and stuff? And the headlines in the right wing were like, woke Christmas video screams about white guilt or some shit like that. So I immediately went and watched the video and was sorely disappointed. It's an instrumental. It's an instrumental. There's no lyrics at all. It's just dancing.
It's tap dancing. And I thought it fucking slapped.
I thought it was fine, but I didn't get any controversy at all. It was like, oh man, clickbaited again.
I think it's because there were 2 black people in it.
Oh, could have been. And they were happy. And I don't know if that's allowed. I don't know if that's possible. I have no idea. Trying to check in with the Orcas yacht scored. As near as I can tell, home team Orcas with 28, guest yachts 20.
Wow, they got 20 Orcas.
Yeah, 4th down, 2 to go, and the ball's on the 23. I don't really understand sports or know anything at all. felt like making this graphic. Fuck it, I don't care. Friend of the show, Amanda Cohen, sent this in from Morro Bay, one of my favorite places to grab a little bite of seafood. And it's a tree entirely made of crab traps and crab trap floats with a life ring and a plastic crab tree tropper. From Morro Bay, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Crab trap was my nickname, etc., etc.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
It's good. It was good. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I had more animal stories. I always like to do the heartwarming animal stories. Oh, here's a fun one. The Oregon Zoo staff took the elephant around the zoo, and she liked the sea lions best. Look at the smile on elephant's face. Woo! Fun stuff.
That's so cool.
Somebody set up Christmas trees in front of their trail cam, and here's some photos. We got a fox, got a couple raccoons with a Christmas tree, a little fox, get some presents. I zoomed in on them. They're not AI. It does look like a trail cam. Seems pretty easy. I was pretty happy about that. So that was pretty cool. And of course, the biggest animal story this week was the bull that was running down the tracks in the commuter train in Newark. Did double check, and the steer has now been taken to one of those hospice place, whatever, where they take animals and they're fine. But yeah, dude, full on horns, long horns, just running down the tracks in Newark. How would you like to be waiting for a train to see a bull go by? So anyway, but
Up in New Jersey, man.
I know, right? Where'd you get a bull? So strange. Anyway, that has been the news for the second to last episode, I think, of Facebook for the Blind for 2023, December 19th, 2023. And now, on to round one with a nice medium size round one.
Negative, Eric. It's gonna be a big long round one.
Okay.
Actually, it's not that long tonight. So just to be clear, is it quiet TD Cox?
Quiet TD Cox.
Yeah.
Starting off with Science Girl, friend of the show, Science Girl. What's up, Science Girl?
Science Girl.
Keeping it science. She says, there's a picture of a crocodile underwater, so you see its head above the water, like we always see. But this is in some kind of aquarium, so we could see its body underneath, and it says what a crocodile looks like underwater. And it's just got all four of its like legs straight forward, and its little claws like all spread out. Kind of looks like it's ready for a hug.
Yeah, it does.
And this is captioned, "That's so embarrassing." Glow fuck yourself. Friend of the show, Glow fuck yourself. Making it into the wholesome round.
Wow.
Yeah.
That does not happen.
Two panels here from Spider-Man. Peter Parker is talking to what's her name?
Jane.
Who?
Jane.
Mary Jane.
No. Mary Jane.
Kirsten Dunst. He says to her, Pantera is just Leonard Skinner, but with malt liquor and guns. And the next panel is just her crying.
I thought Leonard Skinner was Leonard Skinner with malt liquor and guns.
BLG memes, friend of the show, BLG memes. They post this Reddit thread. It says, "Not safe for work. You can have sex with one real person from all of human history. Who is your ultimate lay?" And the first guy says, "I'd like to have sex one more time with my wife who passed away from cancer 9 years ago. My body yearns for hers. The ultimate downside to finding the one is she may die young and leave you wanting." And the next comment says, "I also choose this guy's dead wife."
Oh, what the hell?
Sadville, friend of the show, Sadville. It's kind of spelled like Advil, but it's at Sadville. He's done a little screen grab here from Matthew, who says capitalism is more important than democracy, and the West Coast elite says they're both equally important. And Sadville says, America's two political parties. I only have 3 more for this round. Eric, if you would please read this meme for us.
Certainly. Christmas random acts of kindness. Softly kiss the postman's fingers when he puts them through the door to let him know that you are thankful for his Christmas gifts. And it is illustrated. There's a man crouched behind the door, puckered with Christmas earrings, gently looking forward to licking the 6 fingers of the postman's hand. The postman is chuckling, saying, "Hee hee hee, is it a puppy?" It says, "Why not have a bit of a suck on a finger of your choice for an extra slice of Christmas kindness?"
Eric, that's super gross. Moving
What
on.
the hell?
Unlitigated underscore comedy. It's a picture of this woman from the 70s with a just massive is this a beehive? What do you even call this?
An alien?
Huge.
Yeah, beehive, sort of.
It says, "Please stop praying for Aunt Linda. She has become too powerful." And it's because she looks like Mastermind. And my last meme for this round, the wholesome round. Hard Times news at thehardtimes.net. Friend of the show, thehardtimes.net. If you're not following the Hard Times, where the hell are you getting your Hard Times?
Oh, true.
You
They
know?
do home delivery too.
So, best of 2023. They're running down their best headlines of the year. Scientists have recreated the real face of Jesus if he was into the insane clown posse. And here is a picture of what they think historical Palestinian Jesus would look like. And then on the left and then on the right, same historical Palestinian Jesus, but it's obviously Juggalo Jesus. And that's all I have for round one. Let's see what you got, TD.
Oh, how does one follow Juggalo Jesus? Well, I'll tell you. But
one
TD's
follows
often imitated.
Juggalo Jesus with fear and trembling.
I am not afraid.
Oh, I'm going to follow with TD's often imitated, never duplicated, short round one, brought to you this week by Werther's Originals, because that's what I can see on my desk right now. Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
Let's do this thing.
Boom.
Yes, I have old man candy, and I don't care. All right, kicking this thing off. Friend of the show, Deborah M. says, motivational speaker. You can achieve anything you want. You have a tiger in you. And then it says, the tiger in me. It's a picture of this very corpulent, very tubby, very obese tiger. I feel you, kitty. That is my spirit animal. Big, fat, lazy ass. He ain't hunted shit in years. He just gets the shit thrown at him.
It says you have a tiger in you, but it looks like this tiger has a tiger in it.
Oh, that's true.
This tiger is like another tiger, a couple of warthogs, and a zebra. All right.
It's a tiger.
Moving on. Yeah. All right. Friend of the show, Marie says, it's been 3 months and my parents still haven't noticed. Because they got pictures of their kids on the wall, but one of them has been replaced by Kim Jong-un.
Great.
They did give it a really similar background.
Yeah, but come on, 3 months.
That's awesome.
You haven't noticed there's a strange little North Korean man?
Awesome.
Yeah, okay. Moving on. Front of the show, Satan.
Hey, Satan.
Hey, Satan.
See you on Friday for poker. He posts the meme here of the old lady with the walker being held by a younger person, and the old lady's going, in my day, people in their 80s used to be retired. And the young person goes, sure, Grandma, let's get you to Congress. It's only funny because it's true. Okay.
Yup.
Moving on. Friend of the show, friend of mine, absolutely. Stoner Jesus. Jesus I can get behind. Stoner Jesus. He says, this is top notch. And this is an old 7-Up advertisement. And it says, this old 7-Up advertisement says it all. And it's, it looks like they're at a bowling alley, and it's like an old print ad from probably the 50s. And, you know, there's a dude standing like with his hips arched a little bit, and he's got his hand on his head like he's like tired and wiping sweat. And there's a girl like kind of standing in front of him, bent over. And it says, it's amazing what you can do with just 2 fingers and a thumb. And boy, oh boy, you sure can work up a thirst. I'm sorry, I thought we were trying to sell 7-Up, not Astroglide.
Wow.
Yeah, I said it.
I could go for a 7-Up.
I actually just had a diet 7-Up a moment ago. Breaking news. Okay, moving on. This comes to us from friend of the show, Baking While Baked, at Couchman Bakes on Twitter, because I don't call it the other thing. Please follow me. That's Baking While Baked, the show where I make delectable baked goods full of sugar and spice while I'm full of herb and feeling nice. Okay, I said, I posted, I feel this so hard. It's a picture of a pie, and this pie has had some air bubbles explode, but it's done it in a way it looks kind of like a stoned face because there's like two eyes and a mouth, and they're all kind of akimbo. And it says, "Dude, I am so baked right now, and I feel this so hard."
I want to eat that pie.
That pie does look baked.
I like that pie.
It's
Well, yeah.
thank you. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. Moving on. For the show, once again, Deborah M. She posts a picture here, and it says, "Watches a show called Unsolved Mysteries." Narrator, and the case was never solved. Me, and it's like this Renaissance era painting of this dude who looks so shocked, mouth agape, eyes bug-eyed, looking like a pug. It's like just like, oh no. But yeah. Every week watching Unsolved Mysteries. Never solve that shit. I remember that show. All right, moving on.
That should have scared me.
Oh yeah, Robert Stack was a scary motherfucker, dude. Friend of the show, the Angry Bartender, says, "Please don't get me started." And they repost from Smoky Sloth, says, "When the 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. bar regular sees someone in their seat," and it's a picture of like Jack Nicholson looking like Jack Nicholson, very stoned looking, confused, hair fudged up, and just looking like the fuck, like the audacity. But yeah, no, I've been to many a bar, and yes, this is absolutely true. That mid-afternoon drunk.
I've been asked to move. Like I had the bartender tell me, "Hey, you can't sit there." And
Oh,
like
yeah.
it was an empty bar, and I was like, "What?" She was like, "Don't do it. Just
They're
slide
like,
down."
"That's his seat. That's his seat."
And this older couple came in, sat down. I was like, "Oh, got it."
Oh no, I like, I look at it this way, like if the other patrons or bartender tells you to, like, "Hey, it's that old guy's seat," that old guy has earned that seat. You do not want to mess with this guy. He has put up with more shit and drank more beer than you. Go away. But yeah,
They know where their bread and butter is.
Yep.
exactly. Moving on. This is the last one I got for the round one here. This comes from us from some douchebag named Andrew Teedy. I know him.
Hey,
I posted this a few years ago. It says, when you move a little and your whole body starts cracking. And it's a picture of this very smug little boy with kind of like a douchebag haircut. It looks like a politician. Very large forehead on this boy, very smug face. It says, "Besides being good looking, I'm also crunchy." That's all I got for TD's often imitated, never duplicated, short round one. Over to you, Tyler Cox.
All right.
Tyler!
I think I have more wholesome stuff this week, so I think this is gonna be my longest. Let's do this. From Reddit, we got do you guys see everything okay?
Yes.
All right, this is posted on r/me IRL, so me in real life. They always title it me IRL. It says, oh, what did I do? I don't know what I'm doing. All right, it says me disables Google Home microphone. Me, hey Google Home, your microphone is currently disabled. And then me and Google both looking at each other kind of suspiciously.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, right. All right, this is posted r/chaotic good. If you don't know what chaotic good is, do you know what that is, you guys?
Oh yes.
Okay, all right, just making sure. All right. By user uprighty majority, titled Civil Disobedience for the Greater Good. It's a tweet from Comrade Dog at Insta_Gator1. City of Gainesville dumped loads of mulch on one of the skate parks in town. Someone posted free mulch on Facebook, and it was 100% gone by the rest of the day and blown clean with leaf blowers by citizens. Get worked, Gainesville. And then Dave said, "That's the civil disobedience I'm talking about." Which I totally agree with.
That's awesome.
This is on r/late stage capitalism. Hold on, let me do something real quick.
Friend of the show,
Are they?
late stage capitalism.
All right. Well, it's a subreddit, so it's not like a person, but yeah. Posted by user information former 649, titled "Mindless Drones," and it's a tweet from Existential Comics.
Who is a friend of the show?
Could be.
Oh yeah.
They are.
All right. Friend of the show, Existential Comics, at Existential Coms. You know, America is the most propagandized country in history because everyone hates their boss, hates their job, and thinks the government is completely in the pocket of big business. And yet everyone still claims to love capitalism.
True.
All right. Next one, posted on r/technically the truth by user Carla_Davis55. Pools are perfect for holding water. And it's a tweet from Dad Jokes at Dad Says Jokes. Someone asked me to name 2 structures that hold water. I was like, well, damn. I feel like puns go best in the wholesome round. All right, next one. Posted on me_IRL, which is me in real life, by user Bronchi Obio. It's a senior picture with quotes with looks like twins. Ella Adam posted, "LOL, Lily thinks we're doing our senior quotes together." And then Lily Adam posted ... sandwiches.
That's great.
I don't know where this was from. It was from Reddit, but it was also a tweet from at Martin Pilgrim 1. This morning, I had to open a new bottle of milk, a new bag of coffee, and a new box of cornflakes for the same breakfast. This is called a breakfast eclipse, and it only happens once every 6.5 years.
Oh yeah.
All right, here's another post from r/me_IRL. It's a tweet from Harvard graduate at Healy fan account. It says, "My girlfriend, he's so immature. I think I'm going to dump him." Her friend, "Yeah, remember when he got excited that he could drink 2 Capri Suns at once?" I walk in holding 3 Capri Suns. "Babe, you're not going to fucking believe this."
This guy sounds awesome.
I know. I don't know why I thought this was so funny, but I thought it was hilarious. All right.
You're not gonna fucking believe this. I gotta show my girl this.
Right. Why stop at 3 though? I mean, come on.
You don't want to be unsafe.
Right. All right. This is r/funny and sad, posted by Charlie_John. Gratitude to extraterrestrial beings. Aliens invade. Earthlings, we have killed your leaders, destroyed your economy, and are here to take over your government. Humans, oh, thank fucking God. Aliens, wait, what? All right, this is on r/Peter explains the joke. So people post this when they don't understand the joke, and it gets explained in the comments.
Oh wow.
But titled from a user Darkrise EQOA, titled "Am I Stupid?" It's a tweet from at Josh Carlos. Josh says, "You okay, babe? You've barely touched the 184 birds I gave you over the course of the 12 days of Christmas." Which then, of course, I think somebody down here like posted all of them. And yeah, you just gotta believe them. It totals up to 184. All right, this is from r/Gen Z from user Can I Bring a Friend, titled "I Just Want a Normal Candidate." And it's a tweet from Chris Evans. It says, "I can't believe I spent my whole life thinking I was a liberal, only to find out from a musty hipster with dreadlocks and unwashed legs and Bushwick that I'm actually a low information neoliberal centrist corporate Democrat." All right, my last one for the round, another post from r/me_IRL. User ROFOYA. Says plants outside, and it's like a big, strong, burly dog with a big plant, and then plants at home with like a upset dog and a small plant. Plants outside, concrete. At home, is this tap water? I'm allergic.
No shit. They're such
Fuck.
babies.
All right, that's what I got.
Nice. Excellent roundup. All right, back to me for a nice round one brought to you by Pink Guillotines. Pink Guillotines, sign of the times. Sign of the times. This one, for the wholesome round, we have an Addams Family cartoon, black and white. And we see the adults peeking in through the doorway at the children in front of the fireplace, and we see the little boy is running with more wood, and the little girl has got the bellows and is really getting the fire going. Says, and see the mother says, "Oh, the little dears, they still believe in Santa Claus."
Hey, Eric, we see your Winamp right now.
Yeah, I see Merry Motherfucking Christmas featuring Exhibit.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks
Yeah.
entirely. Take two.
Okay.
Take two. So Addams Family cartoon,
Oh,
There we go.
and we see the children in front of the fire building up a really big fire. And Mother Addams says, "The little dears, they still believe in Santa Claus." Got a sort of a Far Sidey looking cartoon. It's not a Far Side, Bizarro cartoon. I don't remember. CL Zell, friend of the show, has a woman and a zombie sitting on a couch introducing the zombie to her girlfriend. Says, "I know he's a zombie, but hey, at least I found a guy who wants me for my brains." Got a lot of likes. George's friend circle, friend of the show and grand founding zaddy of the show, George H.
No,
Cruikshank,
we're not doing that.
quit using that word.
posted this piece. It looks like from Craigslist. Says, "Hot dogs, St. Paul. Hope you like hot dogs. I have 53 cases of hot dogs to anyone who truly needs and wants them. 500 hot dogs in a case. They are not expired and they have been held at the proper temp. You will need 2 people to help load up all these dogs. Must take them all. 26,500 hot dogs."
What the fuck?
This is posted in the Minnesota Department of Propaganda, and George's friends were like, "I got a truck. I'll drive. Who's chipping in on gas?"
And can I see what you're doing with them all?
I read the whole thing and I kept waiting for the all caps, "No weirdos."
Yeah.
And it reminded me of last week's favorite meme, free gently used hot dogs. I don't know, hot dogs were in the zeitgeist there for some reason. This is just a true story in the headlines that just makes me go duh. From San Francisco Gate, SF Gate, the notorious fact-checking site has had to investigate an image of San Francisco's famous park because people didn't think that the Golden Gate Park was real. That's Photoshop, man. So yeah, Snopes said, "Yeah, actually, it's a real park. It's actually a real park." But people in this day and age had questions. There we go. Friend of the show, Tab, posts this. It says, "The moral of the story from only every single Hallmark Christmas movie ever. Guys, never let your wife or girlfriend return to her hometown for Christmas to help decorate the town square and save the local hardware store from a big business, because then a freak blizzard will happen and her high school crush who works part-time at the antique shop will just so happen to save her and they'll fall in love. There's also a dog." So, spoiler alert. Just said spoiler alert. And the original poster's first comment says, "And I love that storyline every time." She's like, oh, there we go. There we go. We like it when we know what's going to happen. Here's a picture of Kermit the Frog leaning up against a pole and looking into the sunset. And it says, "Sometimes I feel like I have my life together." And then I'm like, wow, that was a really nice 45 seconds. Merry Christmas. Got about 3 more left here. Friend of the show, Laura, reposts Sarah Tuttle Singer, friend of the show, says, "If musicals seem unrealistic to you because people just don't break out into song and dance in real life, then I'm sorry, but you just aren't hanging out with the right people." So that's true. Friend of the show, Stephen Abram, reposts Icona at Icona Wright, says, I want a Hallmark movie about a woman who dumps her bigoted small town boyfriend, moves to a big city, lands a dream job, and discovers the magic of Christmas by living in a community with people of different creeds and cultures. It's like, wow. You'd think by now there'd be one movie like that. I got about two more in the wholesome round. Here we see a picture of Carlton Banks from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and it says, chat, can't, email, I cannot. Essay of 3,000 words. Henceforth, I am unable to can. Which I really like quite a bit. And lastly, Psychotic Delusions, friend of the show, Psychotic Delusions posts, website, we use cookies to improve performance. Me, same. Wholesome as it gets. Makes me want to bake cookies. Hey, another member in the house. Howdy, KT, with my name on her screen. That's fun. KT's in drag as me. Wow. Zoom drag. Fun, fun, fun. There's a deep message here.
If you hadn't noticed right away, I was going to also change my name to your name.
I like it. There's like 6 Eric Sizemores on this. I'm liking it.
All right. Kicking off round 2, the irrelevant round with Glow Fuck Yourself. Back to round 2.
Hey, Glow Fuck Yourself.
Little kind of a cartoon of somebody, I think it's Rick and Morty maybe.
Yeah.
Moving around some powder with a credit card, and it says, funny prank, do drugs every day to make your friends and family think you're a drug addict. I am 30 as fuck. Friend of the show, I am 30 AF.
Hey.
It says, scars remind us that the past was real. And you see a storefront that obviously used to be Blockbuster, and it's just been painted over in white. We have a conversation between the waiter and Clark Kent. Waiter says, would you like a super salad? Clark Kent laughs nervously. A super salad? I'll just have a regular salad, please. Waiter says, all right. Clark Kent loudly, a regular salad for a regular man. Fur at Simply Fur says, remember what they took from us. And on the left, we have the Nintendo 64 OG Mario with his big bubble butt. And on the right, we have new Mario with no butt. This is from Salad Dazed, friend of the show. Absolutely amazing documentary, Salad Dazed. And it says, if you're so punk, name this band. And it's John Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, and I think Ted Kennedy.
Fugazi.
It's the Dead Kennedys.
I know it's a joke.
I knew that you knew.
Okay.
Progressive Christianity posts this picture, really nice picture of Fred and Wilma Flintstone dancing in front of the Christmas tree, wearing Santa hats, and Barney and Betty Rubble also dancing. It's clearly a nice Christmas party. Betty has holly in her hair. There's a Christmas tree. Progressive Christianity wants to know, seriously, what are they celebrating? And my last, my yeah, actually, this could just very easily be pagan. My last meme for round 2, the irrelevant Reverend round, the Hard Times, friend of the show, the hardtimes.net.
Hey, Hard Times.
Picture of Chipotle, and it says, studies show that the person in front of you at Chipotle is always ordering for the first time in their entire miserable life. And that's all I got for round 2. Back to you, TD.
All righty then. Okay, we're going to do round 2, which this week is TD's holiday extravaganza. There's going to be memes, laughs, and maybe even some gifts. All right, let's do this.
I'm
All right,
pumped.
kicking off TD's holiday extravaganza with friend of the show, friend of mine, Grant Malco, who reposts from Dead Man Walking. Says, dog, bring stick inside. Me, no, that belongs outside. Me at Christmas. Brings entire tree inside. Dog, what the actual shit is this? I have 4 dogs. I feel this. All right, moving on. Friend of the show, Renee.
Hey, Renee.
She reposed, I really need to live healthier. And then it says, me at 2 a.m. And it's a picture of a raccoon on hind legs running with a Little Debbie Christmas tree cake. I feel called out by this meme.
Damn, this is me for real.
Oh, yeah, dude. Absolutely. All right. Next up. Friend of the show, Moist Buddha.
Moist.
Keeping it moist.
Keep it a Buddha. All right. It says, found this pic of me at in a Christmas play and realized my parents gave me a bong to take as a gift for baby Jesus. And these 3 little boys dressed as the wise guys, the magi, wise men, whatever. And they got their gifts, but the little homie in the middle, the biggest homie, has the biggest gift, and it's this big old fucking bong.
That's hilarious.
The fact that you just called the Magi the 3 wise guys. I want to see that movie.
I couldn't think of the proper term, and that's what came out.
Hey, don't.
Yeah. Listen, Vito. We got to get this stuff to the kid.
You bringing the frankincense? Shit. All I brought was a myrrh.
Well, Tony's got the gold.
Maroon.
All right, moving on. Friend of the show, friend of the universe, friend of you and me, Jason Jester, says we're almost there. And it says, hang in there, fellas. Only a few more weeks until Christmas. And it's a picture of a dude showing the underside of his sock and the ball of his feet and heel have worn down to the point where they're basically not there. And yeah, guys, just remember, we're getting our socks come Monday. New socks, new underwear today, baby.
Whew. Been a hard year.
Everybody say it's sad that when you get into your 40s, yeah, you really look forward to them socks and underwears. All right.
Wow, you guys get socks and underwear? Fuck.
Hey, count your blessings. All right, front of the show, vampires and Angeliv. Well, I don't know. We just met. Says Merry Christmas, and it's a picture of Mary, Joseph, and white baby Jesus there in the manger thing, and Maury Povich is behind him, and it says Merry Christmas. According to our test results, Joseph, you are not the father.
True story.
True story. If you believe the book. All right, moving on. Front of the show, once again, Satan here in the Christmas round, a holiday extravaganza round.
Hey, Satan.
Says when you're dyslexic and accidentally write to Satan instead of Santa. And it's a picture of Krampus on a sled with his whips, chains, pitchfork, and basket full of naughty children sledding down the hill going, and there's like someone in the background going, wait, you stole my kid. All right. Or no, what he's probably saying is, hey, you forgot mine. All right, moving on. Now comes the gift exchange portion of the show where I have taken the format that I know Michael loves so much, the you've heard of an elf on a shelf format. And this first one is for Michael, from friend of the show, Sally Taylor Valdez. Hi, Sally. Hi, Fred. How you doing? It says, she reposts from Golden Girls memes. You've heard of Elf on a Shelf. Go ahead, Michael. Take it from there.
Now, I now give you Betty White on a Traveler coffee mug.
What's the
Made by
brand?
the Yeti Company, so it's Betty on a Yeti.
It is indeed.
All right, moving on. More gifts, more happiness. This one is a gift to all of you guys because you get to hear everybody grow when I read this one. From the Geeks, Nerds, and Dorks group. It says, you heard of Elf on a Shelf, but now get ready for, and it's a picture of Spock on a clock, on a smock, on a rock, on a dock.
Wow.
I think this has got to be. You've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Now get ready for Spock, Clock, Smock, Rock on a dock.
Mm.
The only thing would be better is if Spock was holding a rooster. Then it'd be Spock holding his cock on a clock. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to my wife. She gave me the idea for that.
It would also have another Ock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
right.
can we get Doc Ock in there?
Oh, there you go. Moving on.
That's a twofer.
This is another gift. This was Sizemore. I thought of you when I did this, so I'm gonna let you see if you get this one.
This was posted by friend of the show. I feel personally attacked by this meme, who has captioned it, "Holy hell." And it says, you've heard of an elf on the shelf. Now get ready for, and it's a stallion over a medallion.
Yes.
Who is this for?
Like,
Who's the target audience?
I don't know. Like I said, for some reason I thought of Sizemore when I saw it. So I don't know.
You know, I was watching a video the other night and I saw a little tiny Snoop Dogg dressed as an elf sitting on a shelf in the background. And I was like, oh my God, that's Snoop on a stoop.
I have a Snoop on a stoop, not 10 feet from where I'm sitting.
The world has lost its damn mind.
Yeah.
Oh God.
This one, you know what, Tyler, I'm gonna let you. This is the first time I've given you a gift, Tyler. So I really hope that you enjoy this one. And this is for you.
I don't know what to call the ship there, but this is from Disgruntled Underground 2.0. It's titled Pennywise. Y'all heard of Elf on the Shelf, but have you heard of
Pennywise on the USS Enterprise?
Eating French fries.
All right.
Pennywise,
eating French fries.
Pennywise with McDonald's fries on the Enterprise.
All right.
There you go.
Sorry, TD.
I didn't
No, that's
notice
okay.
any
That's
help
French
from
fries. How did I
everybody
not?
else.
He's fucking surrounded by fries. How did I not notice?
Yeah. He's holding the fry back, and he's sitting on a mound of fries.
How did you healthy people not see the fries first?
I saw it.
looking at
I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is going on in this picture.
I'm making hash browns right after this show.
Fuck yeah, dude. That sounds good. All right, this is what I got for the holiday extravaganza. This is a gift. This is the gift to all of you. I'm gonna read this one. It's from friend of the show, Shirts That Go Hard. And it's actually a picture of a T-shirt, and it says, "You've heard of Elf on a Shelf?" Well, it's just a pile of
Doritos.
Epstein, and that female Epstein accomplice person.
Ghislaine.
Yeah, thank you. And it's they're on a big old pile of Doritos chips. So it's pedophile on a pile of pedophile on a Dorito pile.
You think?
Wow.
Yeah, pedophile on a Dorito pile.
I think the walks to these get longer each time.
Yeah, but I checked the comments, so it was confirmed that it's pedophile on a Dorito pile.
But it's two of them.
Pedophiles on a Dorito pile? I don't know.
I don't know.
It feels like we need more than one pile of Doritos to make this work.
Right. What's the Doritos?
I never thought we'd go this hard in the paint over a pedophile Dorito joke.
Look,
it says that the shirt's going to go hard, and I just feel like it goes a little medium.
Tell you what, the last one made me want fries. This one does not make me want Doritos at all.
Fair enough.
I'm not hungry. I was a little hungry now.
I always want Doritos and Funyuns. But hey, that's all I got for the holiday extravaganza of round 2. Merry whatever you guys celebrate. Over to you, Tyler Cox.
All right, thank you, Andrew TD. Mine is not quite Christmas themed. Mine is more just random. I just threw everything together. but this is the irreverent round. I have, let me get this going. This is posted on r/Democrats by user Labaholic55, titled "Best We Can Do for You." It's Trump on the phone saying, "I just want you to find 11,780 votes." And here you see, "Best we can do is 12." And it's a sketch of 12 jurors in a courtroom.
I like it.
This is posted on r/non-political Twitter by user I've moved on, babe, and it's titled what? As a tweet from Corey at coolmathgame_. Paramedic arriving on the scene. "Oh my god, his face is totally disfigured. Me only hurt my leg." What? All right, this is posted on r/technically the truth by user UMER_, titled "Someone found the bug in life situation." And it's just like strip mall area, or it's like a downtown area with shopping. There's a sign that says "Save 100% when you don't buy anything."
Hell yeah. Think about that sign a lot.
Yeah, right. It's very important to keep in mind. Next one I have from r/facepalm, posted by user Melanie Wall Martinez, titled "Fuck Around, Find Out." It's a tweet from Raw Story. It says, "Preacher carrying 'You deserve to be raped' sign hit over the head by baseball bat wielding woman." Whoa. And then Samantha asks, or says, "He wasn't wearing a helmet. He obviously wanted it."
Oh!
All right, this is from r/late stage capitalism by user International Cry 2845, and it's titled "Hi, it's Jess." So it's a tweet from somebody named Jess. She says, "It's Jess from Working America. COVID has shown CEOs get richer even when the rest of us are going broke. What do you think is the best way to change that?" And they respond, "Guillotines."
Yeah, baby.
Jess responds, "I'm opting you out of text immediately. Have a great day."
Text me that one.
Yeah.
I collect.
All right, this is from r/funny memes by user JackSmith9, titled "DNA match." And it says, "Forget Tinder," and below you see a picture of a man and a woman. Man's got his arm around the woman, and he's wearing a shirt that says, "I met my wife on Ancestry.com."
Oh.
All right, this one is from r/anti-work by user Amos_dad, titled "Thought this is funny. Maybe we should all do this." And it's a tweet from at Internet Hippo. I don't know if they're a friend of the show or not, but they're definitely pretty prominent on the internet. Anyhow, they tweeted, "I'm not looking for a job, but I send out applications periodically just so I can ask about the salary range and tell them it's too low no matter what it is. Doing my part to get the rest of you paid."
Not all heroes wear capes.
Right. Some of them are hippos. All right. My last one here for this round is posted on r/mildly interesting, although I think it's a little more mildly interesting, by user Raniel, titled "My Neighbor's Christmas Decorations When Viewed from Farther Down the Road." And here you see a giant Santa inflatable decoration, outdoor decoration, probably, I don't know, 15 to 20 feet high, kind of bending forward. It's strapped down, but it can't quite support its weight. And then next to it, to the right of it, you see another 15 to 20 foot tall reindeer. But then if you go down the road, you'll see that like the Santa is bending over behind the deer.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like it's getting the deer from behind. All right. That's what I got for this round.
Hey. Oh,
I thought it was festive.
Yeah.
That's pretty festive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Right. Oh, it's my turn.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Eric. It's your turn.
That's okay. Friend of the show, Corey Showtime Robinson says that Tesla truck looks like it was made in Minecraft. You guys seen the truck? Seen the Cybertruck? There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
this fake truck on TV. Not a lot of the fake truck out on the roads. I've seen one in San Francisco, but here we have if it weren't so pathetic, it'd be hilarious with a picture of the Jawa sand crawler and it says Tesla Cyberbus. Really does. It looks like it's grown up little cousin there, you know, which I called as a trend in America a long time ago. I was like, that's definitely gonna happen. Intersectional memes and feminist dreams. Friend of the show repost this one, a little conversation where Michael Gov Hate blog says, I would like to wish everyone an uneventful new year. Primary buffer panel says, may we live in very uninteresting times. Broken Academia replies, may you experience very precedented events. Feeling that one, man. Be nice if it was just like, oh, this happened last year. Friend of the show, suggested by the algorithm Frog Lab, says, ask your Gram to knit you something special this holiday season. We have here a picture of a very large knitting. It says, during the lockdown, Gladys Underwood became so bored that, against the advice of her friends, she knit herself a gateway to another dimension, full of unspeakable eldritch creatures, which welcome her visits with tea and little lemon cakes. Sort of a 10-foot yarn. Iris would be a kind name for the orifice into another dimension. Eldritch AI is awesome and one of my favorite uses of the technology so far. There you go. Grandma in front of her knitting. Here we have the three wise guys and a couple camels, and the one wise guy is saying, right, we picked up the gold and the myrrh, but what on earth is that? The third wise guy has Frankenstein.
You guys keep saying wise guys like that's normal.
It is.
It's
Totally.
not normal.
It's totally normal. I've been saying it ever since I was 8. Here we have a picture of Santa Claus next to a map of Illinois with a line through it, and the top half is pink and the bottom half is blue. It is white Christmas chances. In blue, no, and in pink, no, but in pink. From Illinois Storm Chasers. It's so sad. I kept seeing snowflakes, like just flurries, and I was like, right now in schoolrooms all across this area, there are kids going, you know, I saw 10 flurries. Hey, quick remembrance, we are almost at the end of 2023, and do you remember all the memes we had for 2023? Remember, it was the cop doing orgies at work with other cops, Chinese balloon. How can we forget the Chinese balloon? The Silicon Valley Bank and the other banks that collapsed. Bud Light, the gay beer. Remember when the beer went gay? I don't know what this woman is on May. On June, remember the submarine? Remember the submarine that collapsed? Remember swimming in submarine memes? Then a whole bunch of Barbie and Oppenheimer, and then I guess nothing happened. Oh, you know what? September through December was just the claw machine saying, man, is Kissinger even in this thing? And then and then that one stopped being funny. Part of the show, Dennis has reposted Bastet at meow.social. What? Who says Santa is a quantum being. Santa is probabilistic nature, means he can be in every house at the same time on Christmas. That is why it is vitally important no one sees him. If he is observed, the probabilities collapse and only one house gets presents. Hashtag Christmas. I like it. You know, I never thought about that, but yeah, he could be superpositioned. Santa could be in any of the various eigenstates, and just one child's view would, you know, invoke Heisenberg. So
I want to point out the hashtag at the bottom that says Christmas time. Hashtag Christmas time is Christmas math time.
Hashtag wave function collapse. That's when you're really targeting your audience there. This was a very long thread that said Guy Fieri has raised more than $21.5 million in 7 weeks to assist unemployed restaurant workers. And then there was just an amazing amount of detail, all these different things. Guy Fieri, the Guy Fieri who invites and pays Make-A-Wish families dinners in the restaurants featured on TV shows, that Guy Fieri, all these different things. Guy Fieri who prepares firefighters for firefighters that fight fires in forests, that Guy Fieri, all this kind of stuff. And just really pretty crazy. And then of course I think it was it my fan? Where's my people here? And then my guy was like, oh, where is it? Anyway. Well, some of my Guy Fieri people were just like, Guy Fieri, the one who hangs out with Jimmy Latude and is a real tool and is pro-Trump. And I was like, wow, Guy Fieri is really layered. Which I just thought was funny. Friend of the show, Anushka, used to come out to the show, spotted in one of her neighborhood groups out there in New York City. Please DM me if you know anyone in NYC area with a monkey. I'd like to meet one, respectfully, of course, as food for thought for an art project. And one of the commenters is, oh my God, how did I not think of that? You just place an ad and meet a monkey. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I mean, Craigslist is free. God. Hey, the British Museum, I believe. Yeah, they put a Christmas sweater on the T-Rex. Oh, in the Natural History Museum in London. And it's ridiculous and adorable. Look at the T-Rex. Look at the T-Rex in a Christmas sweater. Look at his little tiny arms and bunched up his little. Anyway, I thought it was great. Friend of the show, Laura reposts Henpecked Hal, who says, reading the night before Christmas. Son, what's a kerchief? Daughter, what's a clatter? Son, what's a sash? Daughter, what are coursers? Son, what's soot? Daughter, what's a peddler? Son, what's a thistle? Me, closing the book. Santa's fake. It's all fake. Good night. Got about two more. Friend of the show, Jen Mui says, and Moses said, thus saith the Lord, you shall not oppress the stranger, for you were strangers once yourselves in Egypt. And the people grew angry and said, O Lord, why are you teaching us critical race theory? And Moses replied, do any of you even know what critical race theory is? And yea, none of them knew. And last one for the round, friend of the show, Steve Sobel posts, people who don't know much classical music just don't realize how hard Beethoven goes, man. Moonlight Sonata, third movement is fucking metal.
Look, when you're looking at sheet music, classical music and metal are really hard to distinguish.
Nice. That round brought to you by Vess. If you wear a colored shirt, you don't look like a waiter. Vess.
Kicking off round 3, the penultimate round.
Penultimate.
Alexis de Wokeville at Mr. Alexis Pariah says, teaching my first English course this semester has been rewarding, but I don't know what to do with this student.
You gotta share, Michael.
You say, I haven't seen that, senor.
Oh, it says I am. Let me stop sharing and resharing.
Don't you hate it when you think you're sharing and you're not?
No, my computer thought I was sharing. Tell me if you see this.
There you go.
Yeah, we're good, dude.
So he's got a picture of this paper. The paper is titled, What Exactly Does Tom Want with Jerry? And I'm just going to read it verbatim with the red inked edits. In the Looney Tunes cinematic universe, red question mark, many of the cartoon nemeses have a very clear goal. Wild Coyote, which is corrected to Wild E. Coyote, wants to eat the Roadrunner. Pepe Le Pew, spelled wrong, wants to impregnate Penelope. Elmer Fudd wants to shoot bugs, and then it says in parentheses, who doesn't? The professor says no. But it is unclear what, if anything, Tom wants to do with Jerry. The professor says, is it? The student continues, submitted for the approval of English 101. Yeah, that's lined through, and it says, not the Midnight Society. He says, I propose that Tom actually has no interest in doing anything with Jerry, but instead fulfilling his class role as house cat. Heathcliff, Top Cat, Garfield, Sylvester, these are all famous cats. Most of them cartoons. And the professor writes, so, and then writes, they all are cartoons. This paper was graded as a D, and at the top the professor writes, this was supposed to be about Tom from The Great Gatsby, the book we are reading.
And the fact they technically still got a passing grade when they didn't even touch the actual topic.
Most of them cartoon. That's got to be the best part. TD, will you read this one for us?
Yeah, sure. Why the fuck not? It says British people when you try to season their food, and it's this dude with no teeth, so you know he's British. Head back, screaming with a look of anguish and just no on his face. And it's funny. One of my favorite things to watch is the Great British Bake Off, and yeah, they are great. But if you've ever eaten anything that's not a baked good, it sucks.
Yeah, the British can't cook.
No.
Glow Fuck Yourself is back in round 3. They're 3 for 3 so far. It's a picture of a guy. Looks like he's passed out on the floor. And it says, my dad swears by his 15-minute power naps during the day, but he doesn't like napping in bed or on the couch because it's too comfortable and the sleep will win. Quote. During family functions, he will suddenly lay down on the floor and wrap himself around the nearest piece of furniture to pass the fuck out for 15-minute increments. Nobody finds it unusual, and we all just step over him, and then he gets up and joins us again.
Dude, I want that kind of power.
What?
Dude, that's awesome. Are you kidding? I have the power to just lay here and everyone will leave me alone.
This is a picture of Pepto-Bismol, except it's all green, and it says Pesto-Bismol.
No.
Garlic flavored.
That's fun.
garlic flavored Pesto-Bismol. I only have 2 more for this round. This is a bumper sticker, and it just says, the only baby on board is me, and it's a picture of a sunflower crying. And my last meme for round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most, introverted struggle. And it's a picture of like a person laying down, and then they're like astral projecting, so their spirit is like lifting up, and it says, depression leaving my body as soon as I get money.
Word.
That's all I got for round 3. Back to you, TD.
Oh my
God, that was a good one there, Mr. Michael. All right,
sir.
More chef's kiss. All right, it is time for my round 3, the penultimate round, or as I lovingly call it, hey, let's bring this turkey in.
Call the Rangers back to the motherland.
I
We're
swear,
gonna
as
take
God
these
is my.
tacos.
I swear, as
We're
God is
gonna
my.
take these
I
tacos.
thought
We're
these
gonna take
turkeys
these
could fly.
tacos to the Wiccan sacrifice.
All right.
Well, dude.
I think Eric was trying to say something that was not a tagline.
Sorry,
No, it doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
You shouldn't be sorry,
Hey,
TD.
Your segment.
You should never be sorry.
yeah, non-aesthetic things. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, fuck you then.
Well,
all right. Front of the show, non-aesthetic. It shows that the slaves making the pyramid, and it says this work is so tough. And another one says, yes, but in 3,000 years we will still be remembered. In 3,000 years from now, there's a white tourist taking a picture going, definitely made by aliens.
I watched that YouTube video.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Friend of the show, once again, non-aesthetic things, says you win $1 million, but you have to give a quarter to charity. And it's a picture of Homelander with a shocked look on his face with his hands up going, everyone else was $750,000. And it's a picture of Billy the Butcher looking like Billy the Butcher going, me with $999,000. I'm sorry, with $999,999.75. Give a quarter to charity. All right, moving on. Front of the show, The Onion, at The Onion.
Hey, Onion.
It's got a picture of a middle-aged white woman sitting on a couch. Says, woman puts off going to the doctor until the disease bad enough for him to believe her.
Oh.
Again, when did The Onion start printing actual headlines? I thought they only did satire.
Wow. Well, we were always pretty good.
Yeah.
I just want to push back. This woman is not middle-aged. She looks like she's in her late 20s.
Dude,
Hey,
I'm telling you,
bro.
look, straight men don't know about moisturizer. Okay.
Very
Average
true.
age is declining as well, Michael.
Yeah, fuck you.
She's middle-aged if she's gonna die at 50.
Dude, she's American. She might.
Everybody say, yeah, have you seen the healthcare in this country? She's gonna be lucky if she makes it to 45, bro.
Yeah, we can't tell if she has teeth.
What is this, Fox News? You guys be scared.
Fear. All right. Friend of the show, Russ Harshide, shares a memory here from a while back from Lords of Acid. And it's a cat.
I love Lords of Acid.
It's a cat just kind of chilling. It's got 3 cherubs around it. One's holding a dish. It's having milk poured into it, and another one's bringing a crown to the cat. The cat's labeled "Me trying to be productive," and the cherub with the crown is labeled Instagram, and the cherub with the dish is Netflix, and the cherub pouring into the dish is labeled porn. Me trying to be productive.
Well, at least,
Now,
at least there's no cigarettes in there.
yeah, true. Moving on. I don't smoke. All right. Front of the show once again, Satan.
Hail Satan.
Yo.
It says my mom crying at my funeral. It's a picture of a lady crying, and I'm not gonna try to guess an age because Michael will fucking roast me. But it's a picture of a lady crying, wiping her tears with a hanky. And it says heaven gained another angel. And it's a picture of Elmo staring off with a creepy, blank, dead stare and a mushroom cloud of a nuclear explosion behind him going, me in hell explain hentai to Hitler. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that, but just, yeah.
Oh. Woo.
Moving on.
Oh.
Friend of the show, I like food. At messed up foods. Repost from Broke Jack Daughtry. It says, sometimes I just look at pictures of the Earth from space and I marvel at how beautiful it all is. And it's a picture of a baking sheet with a bunch of chicken tenders on it. And the chicken tenders basically look like a map of the Earth. Like you can go see Africa, South America, Australia, North America, Europe, Asia, and even Antarctica got in for motherfuckers.
And this one's made me hungry too. You have a lot.
Yeah. It's chicken geography.
I would eat.
Yeah.
I would eat that.
Dude, you just reminded
I'm
me.
a fat stoner. It's kind of my. All right.
I just let my Spotify run away with itself this week, and I saw this band called Antarctico Vespucci.
That's just silly.
Weird. Hold on. Waiting for my screen to come back here.
Oh noes. Want me to read it to you?
Yeah, I here we go. All right. Friend of the show, once again, Jason Jester. And this is a proclamation to his wife, the lovely Becky, saying, Becky, be my jetpack. And it's a picture of a guy and a woman in bed, and the woman is kind of like spooned up on the back of the guy, got her arm under his armpit shoulder area. And it says, when I cuddle my girl, I let her be the big spoon so she farts away from me. She my little jetpack.
Oh,
I think that's romantic as fuck.
Not
Like,
me.
be my jetpack, baby. Be my jetpack. All right, moving on. Friend of the show, Jason Crowley. Hey, buddy.
hey,
He posts a picture of a dude in a hat with a microphone pointing his index and middle finger, going, auctioneers are proof that white guys can rap if they really want to. Give me 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 5, 5.25, 5.25, 5.5. I've been to a lot of cattle auctions in my day. All right, moving on.
Me too. I've been to so many.
Friend of the show, Joe the Animal, post a picture of Post Malone in the background looking like Post Malone. And in the foreground, there's just a quote that says, I feel like we're living in the only universe where Post Malone isn't a line cook.
oh my God. That one resonates, man. That one resonates really hard.
Yeah, I mean, in the multiverse theory, this has got to be the only one where he's not at a Waffle House. All right, friend of the show, once again, Jason Jester says we're doomed. And you know what? Labune, I'm gonna let you take this one.
Jason Jester says we're doomed. There's a picture of a very angry hedgehog on a unicorn floaty, and it says, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and its rider's name was Death.
Figure if I was gonna let anyone read Revelations, it'd be you, bud.
And until very recently, I was technically the owner of a hedgehog. I will say, my experience, they're all this fucking mean.
Right. That's right. I forgot about your hedgehog, and you did not like that little bastard.
She didn't like me. She bit me all the time, and then she'd shit on me. She'd bite.
Michael,
shit.
Michael, we've all met you, and I think we've all wanted to pinch a loaf on you, dude.
All I know is we had a fan.
That sounded sexually violent.
Yeah. We had a fan who come to the show, and she one time brought her hedgehog. She goes, touch a hedgehog. And I'm like, I don't want to touch your hedgehog. Touch a hedgehog. And I was like, oh my God, is this what it's like to be a chick with like dicks coming at you? I don't want to touch it.
I remember that. That was at the pig, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my friend Heather, and that hedgehog's name was Socrates.
All right, whatever.
I'm serious.
TD, back to you.
Yeah, back. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see. Internet Hall of Fame, friend of the show, posed this conversation, and the first person just asked the question, what's an adult problem nobody prepared you for? And Keep Blackness Black post and responds, fruit and vegetables expire faster when you're the one paying for them.
True.
It's fucking true.
I approve this message. All right, next up, we got the last one we got for the round 3 here from Rare Insults. And you know what? I think Sizemore could do this one the most justice, so I'm gonna let Sizemore do this one.
Rare Insults captions this with, I'm with the metric system on this one. ADHD Heather says, to remember how many feet there are in a mile, you just got to use 5 tomatoes. 5 tomatoes sounds like 5280, and there's 505,280 feet in a mile. And official Deutschland says, to remember how many meters there are in a kilometer, you just remember 1,000, because the system of measurement in the rest of the world wasn't invented by a drunk mathematician rolling dice.
Sounds like Euro trash to me.
I say it was everything I hoped for. Thank you, Sizemore.
God, I love the metric system and I hate the English system. How many rounds can we hate on the English? That's my question, because I think we're going for a record here. Feel pretty good.
I would say all of them probably. Hey, that's all I got for round 3. We've officially brought the turkey in. Right. Over to you, Tyler.
All right. If you want to see a really funny SNL skit on the weights and measurements and such, look up Washington's Dream. It was done earlier this year, like I think in November or something like that.
It's
With
Brigats,
Nate.
right?
Yeah.
Brigats.
Yeah, it's a really funny sketch. I highly recommend it. Okay, let me start sharing. All right, so the first one here is from posted on r to me in real life, for me in real life, by user novel medicine 1429. It's a tweet from again internet hippo, and it says, all I ask is for you to get to know me on a deep, intimate level while I resist and obstruct your every attempt to do so. We all feel that one.
Yes.
All right, this is from r/funny signs, posted by user it's green laser 1. They said, I think I found a good job. It's a giant sign that says, just sold my homing pigeon on eBay for the 22nd time. That's what they call residual income, I believe. All right, this one was from r/found Satan, posted by user S Gwen CIOUWM, titled "Do a Little Trolling," and it's a tweet from at the Andrew Nadeau, and he says, "If you wear a falconry glove to the park and frantically look around the sky, everyone with a small dog will leave." And those are,
I want to do this.
yeah,
I want
those are my bird jokes. I don't think I have any more. All right, this is from r/clever comebacks, user physical scholar 4238, titled Common Trend. It's a tweet from Renegade, says, I have never in my life met a feminist, and then walked away going, wow, that was an incredibly happy person. And then James Fell at Body for Wife responded, this is quite the cell phone, because the common denominator in all these interactions is that they just met you.
No shit.
Yeah. All right. Messed someone up a little bit. All right. Going on. r/suicide by words. User John Ask AHNW, titled My Man Did Himself Dirty. There was a Reddit post by Anonymous that said, my penis is like Joe Biden, slightly left-leaning, nobody's first choice.
I like that it's only slightly left leaning. That's
right.
That's
it's kind of centered. It's slightly left leaning. All right, next post I thought it was the funniest post from the Onion all year. Maybe you have to be a sports follower at least to understand it. But it says Putin vows retaliation should Ukraine become member of Big Ten.
I love it.
I thought it was hilarious because, like, USC, UCLA are joining Big Ten next year, and the year after that, Washington and Oregon are both joining. And obviously, Ukraine is trying to join NATO. So, all right.
Very nice.
Last one for this round was from r/sips as in the Kermit meme, you're sipping tea, by user 6rabbit, titled and it's a headline. It says, a solid 9-inch turd falls out of stripper's butt while performing on stage. Requests for her lap dances are up 300%.
Oh God.
I'm not touching it.
Woo!
A lot of people are.
That's what you leave for me to clean up, Tyler. I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
God.
A lot of shit.
Okay. Friend of the show, Chuck, posts this from Jennifer Wojcik, says, just saw the Cybertruck referred to as a sport futility vehicle, and I died. Dude, when I first saw the Cybertruck, I was like, that's kind of like the first truck I drew with a crayon.
Right?
Yes. Z Teng Wang at Z_W says 20 years from now, kids listening to Baby It's Cold Outside are going to find it really, really weird. We're going to have to explain to them that it has to be understood in the context of its time. You see, it used to get cold outside. Here we have Billy Ray Cyrus on Santa. Says, I have no respect for Santa. Don't sneak in through the chimney or undermine my authority by bringing my family presents. Walking through the front door and fight me like a man.
It's from Clickhole, which is The Onion, essentially.
Yeah, it's absolutely, it's like The Onion, but
Yeah.
Franklin, Haley passed it along, and Franklin says, that's just beans in a wig. I've never heard before, and I'm like, you're just beans in a wig.
You know, he's Miley Cyrus's dad.
I just remember Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks was had a bit that he used to tell about how he had just gotten approved for a new show on CBS that was not a reality show. Tyler remembers it.
I've definitely
Every week I'm going to hunt and kill Billy Ray Cyrus. Every week, like track him down. Oh God!
I think it was specifically so he cannot procreate too.
Oh my God! No, it's rich. He was prescient, Bill Hicks. Absolutely, go check it out on YouTube. Friend of the show, Dr. John, posts this picture of Christian Bale. It's 3 pictures of Christian Bale. I believe it's Christian Bale from Batman, Christian Bale from The Mechanic, and Christian Bale playing Dick Cheney. So 3 very different body types.
The Machinist, I think.
Machinist.
Yes, Machinist.
Yeah.
Says, when you tell her you're built like Christian Bale, but you don't say in which movie.
Yeah.
And Chrissy says he was hottest in Batman. It's like, well, I'm not going to specify that. So I don't know. The internet loves Christian Bale. I don't know if you know this, but there's like so many pictures of just lazy, you know, of a bale of hay with just takes just a little bit of spray paint and a phone, and you can make a Christian Bale meme. That's not that hard, really. It's a lot of them. Some of them, you know, go to the trouble of actually making a wooden cross, putting it on the bale, get the photo right, get the 3/4 positioning, get the impact font, label it Christian Bale. You know, but really, unless you're going all out with the hypercube Bale, you know, a nod to Salvador Dali, you know, plus Christian Bale, of course, and just, you know, the ingenuity of Balers. And then this is just a bale of hay with the Batman mask on it.
That Bale.
See, and you didn't think I had enough Christian stuff in my memes. Funny grandma stories on Reddit, friend of the show, funny grandma stories on Reddit, but in this case on Facebook, says, you got 40 minutes to spend $8,000 in one store. Where are you going? You guys got any ideas?
Best Buy.
Best Buy? Got
Costco.
Costco. Good, good. I just said liquor stores, okay.
Yeah.
And really, you know, it's so funny. You guys know I'm not really a drinker, but honestly, I'm just thinking about stocking up for barter and the potentially impending civil war. Liquor might be a good medium of exchange. Liquor, like the shotgun. I don't know. What do you guys think? Canned food? I don't know. Liquor? I don't know. Whatever. Just spitballing here.
Waters. Yeah.
Here's a picture from the CBC. It is a movie poster in a nod to Zack Snyder's latest Star Wars ripoff. It says, Zack Snyder's I'm gonna go build my own Star Wars with blackjack and hookers. You guys looking forward to Rebel Moon? This is Rebel Moon.
No.
I haven't heard of it.
Oh
I
well.
don't know anything about it.
Oh, it's a Star Wars ripoff. You know, so I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'll watch it. Maybe, probably. My kid will watch it. I know it.
It's got like a 10% or less on Rotten Tomatoes.
You know, though, man, you know how many sci-fi movies I've watched with 10% ratings.
Oh no!
How was
I'm a
Battlefield
fan of
Earth?
Mystery Science Theater 3000. I've watched some stinkers.
Yep. Oh my God. Okay. Speaking of Star Wars, friend of the show, Jesse McLaren reposts me watching any new Star Wars. Wait, so this society just keeps reverting back to fascism no matter how many times the good guys win? That's ridiculous. Me in 2022. Oh. That was posted in the U.S. Federal Department of Propaganda. And if you're not following the U.S. Federal Department of Propaganda, where are you getting your federally subsidized propaganda, boys? That's what I'm saying. Communicants has reposted. I saw a bumper sticker that said, "Make tea, not war." And what a wild ride they're in for if they learn literally any fact about tea.
First, make war.
Posted by Sandita Bonita in History for the Witty 2.0, and I humbly approve this message. Here's a picture of a big green monster getting fucked up by a rainbow shot out of the belly of Starbright. I want to say Starbright. I'm not sure. It says when negative
Rainbow Bright.
Rainbow Bright. Thanks. And in big headline font, it says when negative shit sneaks up, me taste my chakra rainbow, motherfucker. Posted in Spiritual Funky, and again, I approve of this message. Friend of the show, Christian Yanakis reposts at Desk Twink that says, "My body is not a temple. It is a 2009 Toyota Corolla that smells like weed."
I think mine is older, but yeah.
Woo! Fuck. Mike Ingram for everyone, and he is for you. So if you're not following Mike Ingram for everyone, you are missing out. It says, "Case closed." Headline, "You cannot be a snack with stretch marks." And Emmanuel Bow responds with oatmeal cream pie.
Hell yeah.
Checkmate, motherfucker. Case closed. And that is my final for the penultimate round, except for my post with most. Back to you, Mr. Michael.
All right, here we go.
Whoop.
This week, my post with the most is comes to us from Salad Days.
Hey,
And
so
it's a picture of Christopher, Syl, Paulie, and Big Pussy from Sopranos HBO show, and it says, they look like they're about to drop the most quintessential ska punk album of 2002.
That's it all goes back to Wise Guys.
mm-hmm.
It really, really does. It really, I have to say, these are the four wise guys. Okay, and that was my post with the most.
Well done.
What was yours, TD?
All right. Hey guys. Okay, post the most time. This one, oh, it's a doozy.
Here we go.
Oh man, I love this one.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah. Sizemore doesn't give me a lot of input on the memes before the show, but he laughed at this one.
Oh, Christ
Oh,
on a stick.
my excitement is growing and growing.
It comes to us from friend of the show, Charlie Classic, and I want to run this by you, Labune, because I think you'd be the expert on this one. And Charlie just goes poetry and it says, "Who's your hero?" And it's a picture of this little chubby boy. It looks like his family tree does not fork. He's got a trashy mullet and a picture of the DeLorean's time machine on his t-shirt, and his name is Bubby Wade. "Who's your hero, Bubby Wade?" He goes, my mama, my mama. She run off a porch thief with nothing but a Roman candle and a lit cigarette. Is that how is that how you say that?
Cigarette.
Yeah.
Okay, lit cigarette.
Yeah. And my guess was I think this is probably supposed to be like Mamaw or something, but
Yeah.
Mamaw. But yeah, Mamaw I think is the way that I would. My
Mama,
Mamaw.
yeah.
Well, if it's grandma too, it could be mama.
Yeah.
Could be Mama. I would
Yeah.
think there would be another W in it, but could be Mama.
Could
Oh
be.
yeah. But yeah, she run off a porch thief with nothing, with no G, nothing but a Roman candle and a lit cigarette.
Cigarette. Dude, I've been
Pretty
looking forward to
impressive.
hearing you do that voice.
But let me tell you something. My grandma and my great aunt Bethel and all of them, even Bobby Jean, they kept a shotgun right by the door. There's
Oh yeah, my grandfather did. Yeah.
Tyler, it's your post with the most time.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
My turn. No problem. So mine is from r/Democrats user Emily Blunt 2023 titled, "Are you kidding me?" It is a tweet from Tristan Nell. If you are not following this guy, you need to, because he is hilarious and very in full with what's going on in the news. He tweeted, "Breaking, Florida man, 4 of whose 5 children were born of immigrant mothers, says Immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. 80% of his children are poisoning the blood of our country.
Dude, that is hilarious. I cannot believe I missed that.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. Just follow this guy. I mean, he's on Twitter. He's big on Twitter. I'm sure he's big on everything else. He is hilarious and, like I said, very insightful. I think he might be a lawyer, so he really has some really strong points that are it's like, oh wow, that could happen, or that's what's going on.
That's fantastic. All right, well, my literal post with the most, and I do this every couple of years, is I post a media chart, and it ranks all the media from left to right bias and from top to bottom accuracy to bullshit. So usually, you can get your InfoWars and your Alex Jones down there in the lower right-hand corner. And up in the top center, you get your BBCs, your AP, your Reuters, etc. Anyway, but I post this every year because nobody agrees with any of them. And I always just say, hey, have you checked the bias and accuracy of your media sources? And 48 comments and 13 arguments later, it's glorious. Highly recommended if you're looking for some traffic. But the funniest one was
TikTok on this. Where's TikTok on this?
We'll go back to it. We'll go back. I'll get a zoomy one for you. But the actual best funny one was, I've been on Facebook for 16 years. I remember when all this was farmland.
That was good.
That's good. I choked him. From the non sequitur assemblage of the world.
Did we do it?
That, ladies and
I think we
gentlemen,
did it.
constitutes a whole and total episode of Facebook for the Blind for December 19th, 2023. We love you all so much. Thank you. Mwah.
Love you, George. Eric, you look like Aladdin.
Svelte Aladdin. Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.